differently. Other cruise lines may do a little get-together for their heroes. You might get an afternoon tea. You might get a pin. But Margaritaville at Sea does things different, like we just said. We don't do that for our heroes. We give our heroes a free cruise. That's how much we are. If you're not part of the Heroes program, you just need to go to X account, jump online, sign up for our newsletters. We'll let you know when those cabin drops happen. And you can do it all online on margaritavillasea.com. Okay, we look forward to seeing you cruising time and time again. And this started off as something very small. I'll tell you what, ever since 2022, Margaritaville at Sea has given away over 100,000 cruises to our heroes. So, how good is that? So this started something tiny, and every cruise it's bigger and bigger. And before, I always get asked the same thing: why don't we do this in the theatre? And I'll tell you why. Most of my heroes, a lot of my heroes can't get up on the stage. It will take time because it's just two skinny staircases, and because they all get there so early, by the time we get everybody up on stage, we'll be singing verses from Les Miserables, empty tables, empty chairs. So instead we do it all in here, it's intimate, we're on top of each other, and you feel the energy and the love. So that's why we do it all in here. It's a wonderful moment of the cruise. Thank you guys so much for joining. We are going to start on the formality side first. Before we go into the branches, so I'm going to call each branch up one by one to receive your well-deserved round of applause. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, let's present your beautiful flag. So we now present the flag. Your flag holders, we have Angela Jury. Angela is Navy, 16 and a half years and going. She's still serving, ladies and gentlemen. 86 Master at Arms. In 2015, she was Funeral Honour Coordinator in 13 counties in Florida. Military Police in Miami. Did I get that correct? Yes? Military Police? Oh, Jacksonville, sorry, MAI on there. And presently, presently prior service recruiter. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Angela. Thank you for your service. We have the amazing Alexander Harris. Alexander Harris is Army 6 years, E5. His father was Sergeant Major for 28 years in the 82nd Airborne. Alexander, put your hands together for him. Thank you for your service. Singing Hall Anthem, we have the wonderful Oliver from our cast, one of your own. He comes from Pennsylvania, a proud military family. Oliver's grandfather served in Vietnam for the Navy. Oliver is now going to sing his rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. So at this point in time, if you can, please rise and remove your caps as Oliver gives us the beautiful Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets back there, the bombs bursting bed.
Okay, at this point, I actually have a special gentleman who's going to take centre stage now and give us a few words before we bring out our branches. I'd like to introduce you to Mark Durham. Mark Durham is an Army Ranger, 6 years, E5, 1972 to 1974, Vietnam. Please step forward. Welcome home, sir.
First of all, I want to thank my Lord Jesus. I love to stand here and talk to you. Second of all, I want to tell my Vietnam veterans, welcome home. You know, it's hard. I didn't think it'd be that hard, but it is. You know, I served in a time where they said Vietnam was over, but it really wasn't. I lived for POWs for 17 months. Saw my children and my loving wife. Some of the best days of my life. We had 127 men out of those homes. That was some of the greatest moments of my life. You know, and to all these veterans, I salute you. Because I know what it meant for you to raise your hand and say, I'm married to the government. And to the people that I see that POW up there, it breaks my heart because I know we left men behind. We did. And to all, I love that you're still going strong. I do it too, but I'm too old, man. So, DJ, I thank you. I thank Margaritaville for what you do for us as veterans. This is the second time I've been able to stand in front of this group and for this cruise, and I'll do it again. I just say, welcome home.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. It's good to have you here, sir. All right, at this point in time, I'm going to call each branch one by one. What I'd like you to do for me is stand and receive your well-deserved round of applause. I have a few special mentions that I collected from our veterans get-together earlier this cruise. I'll go through those. Then, if you can still remain standing and be joined by your fellow brothers and sisters, that would be absolutely wonderful. So at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the US Army. Step forward, Army! Take center stage. Come on, guys, put your hands together. Let's hear it for the Army. Mark, get back here. There you go. Right there. Brian, 4 years Sergeant, Persian Gulf and Operation Vigilant Warrior. Thank you for your service, sir. Mark Myers, just over here, 4 years Specialist, Saudi, Haiti and Somalia as a security officer. Thank you for your service, sir. Ron Schroeder, just over here on his awesome motorcycle right there. Ron Schroeder, 13 years, Vietnam. Bronze Star, Purple Heart, welcome home, sir. Your flag holder is Brian Comstock. Brian is 20 years First Sergeant Combat Engineer, one tour of Operation Iraqi Freedom, 3 tours of Operation Enduring Freedom in Poland. Thank you for your service, sir. Okay, you guys can remain standing. That would be wonderful because you are now going to be joined by the US Marine Corps. Step forward, Marines! You guys are Marines! Step forward! At my Veterans Get Together this cruise, I did not have any Marines turn up. You guys are normally my loudest of the group. Now, I did find one Marine to hold your flag. I have Angel Rivera. Angel, 4 years, E4, Jacksonville, North Carolina. He was the first of his family to serve. Thank you for your service, sir. Now remain standing, and now let's bring him up here. Let's hear it for the Navy. Step forward. Navy, step forward. Come on, put your hands together. I promise I will not play the village people. Well, there's 3 more coming through, 3 more coming through. Come on over here. All right. I have Lee Saunders. Lee Saunders, where are you? Lee. Lee is 4 years, E4, Vietnam era, stationed off the coast of Vietnam. Thank you for your service, sir. H. Jean Thunberg. H, where are you? We're right in the front here. Jean is 4 years, the 7th Fleet Kitty Hawk, 1963 to 1967, Vietnam. Welcome home, sir. Your flag holder is West Orcut, 7 years, E5, Spain and Turkey in 1961. Welcome. Thank you for your service, sir. Okay, Air Force, step forward. Let's hear it for the Air Force. Normally our biggest group on board the ship. Make some room, let's come forward. Excellent, come on through, Air Force, come on through. There's a few more of you, push your way in, there we go, come on in here, represent, all right. Jane Zalski, where are you? Jane Zalski, you here? Jane. I've got you. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Forgive me. Brian Evans, I'm coming back for you. Brian Evans, where are you? Brian Evans, there we are. Brian Evans, 6 years, E4, a senior airman. Thank you for your service. Ken, we've got Ken, 9 years, E5, Staff Sergeant. Thank you for your service. Robert Taylor, right down the front. Robert Taylor, 6 years, Captain, 1971, 1972, Vietnam, awarded Air Medal. Thank you for your service and welcome home. Your flag holder is Bill Danowski. Love a good Polish name. Bill Danowski, 6 years, E4, enlisted at the age of 17. Maintenance of ICBM simulators, Vanderbilt Air Force Base, and loved every minute of it. Bill, thank you for your service. Okay, now it's time for the Coast Guard. Step forward, Coast Guard. We normally have a few of you. Come on down, Coast Guard. I really only have the 2 Coast Guard. Get over here, get in front of me, come on. Come on over to me, there we go. Alright, it's for some strange reason the Coast Guard doesn't like cruising. I don't understand why. We love the Coast Guard because you guys drill us all the time, so we're like, we love the Coast Guard. So thank you so much. Jane Zalski. Jane Zalski is 5 years Coast Guard, 3rd class petty officer, and then 2 years Air National Guard as a specialist. Was one of the first deployed to Ground Zero after the 9/11 attacks. Thank you for your service. Your flag holder is Craig Thumber. Craig is 14 years Lieutenant Commander, served in Virginia, California, Seattle, deployed to Grenada and Operation Desert Storm, captain of Point Class patrol boats. Thank you for your service, Craig. I know I mentioned it last night, but is there anybody from Space Force? That's okay, we're representing Space Force today. Put your hands together, the Space Force are up there somewhere. Your Space Force flag holder, we have Laurie. Laurie comes to us from the Air Force. Laurie is 20 years Master Sergeant. She was one of the first women to enter maintenance as a jet engine mechanic for F-15 fighters and B-52 bombers. She also served Operation Desert Storm. Thank you for your service. Alright, how well do you remember your songs? Let's do this, okay? It's in no particular order, but I want to hear you nice and loud for me. We're going to start off with the name. of the cruise. Every single cruise we do this, and it brings so much joy to my soul to be able to say thank you every single cruise to as many of you as possible. I'm a very proud Australian. One day though, hoping to be a very proud American. I look forward to the day that happens, trust me. I love your country. It's an honour to serve you every single cruise. You guys have such a passion, such a zest for life, and your patriotism. Every single country should take a leaf out of your book. It is absolutely infectious, and it's an honour, absolute honour. If anyone knows Old Lady in the Big White House, can you put in a good word for me? That'd be really great, you know. I'd like to hurry this thing along a little bit, but no. The reason why this is near and dear, I don't come from military stock. I come from police. My uncle was a cop. My mum was actually a nurse as well on my mum's side. So my uncle and my mum a nurse. My grandfather on my dad's side though was chief constable of police in Australia. But his history is a little bit twisty because he came from a long line of original Irish convicts that were sent to Australia. He rewrote the history there of his family. So, but the reason why this is near and dear to my heart is because of my mother's side. My grandparents are Polish and World War II. And I know a lot of people may share the same story, but my grandparents were taken out of Poland during the war. That was the last time they ever saw their families again. They were taken by the German army, sent to Germany to work for the slave camps over there. If it wasn't for the Americans joining forces, my family's history, along with many others, would be completely different. So this is why I say thank you, past, present and future, for all you have done. Every year in Australia, on April 25, we celebrate Anzac Day, which is an acronym for the Australian New Zealand Army Corps. It started for World War I and then World War II, and then come Vietnam, the Aussies fought side by side with the Americans, and you guys are now part of the Anzac spirit as well. We call you the Diggers. Now, at this point, I would like a raise of hands for all of my Vietnam vets in the room. All my Vietnam vets, please show yourselves right now. I make it a mission every cruise, just like Mark said, to say welcome home. Thank you for all you have done. Every year we celebrate Anzac Day, and you may have noticed my POW MIA table right here. I like doing a moment for them. Shall they be found and brought home to rest in peace? Everybody here gave some. They gave all. And I'd like to take a moment of silence now. I'm going to read a poem that we read every year for Anzac Day at the dawn service. It's called The Ode. They shall grow not old, as we then left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. Lest we forget. Thank you. The freedoms we hold so dear rest on the backs of hard-fought battles, wars and sacrifices. Our veterans, our heroes and their families had to endure. At this point, I would love you all to put your hands together for the families of our heroes that run towards danger and make the whole support at home. Thank you, families. And now at this point in time, let's give it up for our first responders as well, all the other heroes. Please raise your hand if you're law enforcement. Let's give it to the fireys. You know the fire department. Raise your hands, raise your hands. Medical, you are my doctors, nurses, EMTs, paramedics. 911 operators. Please put your hands together for your educators. Oh, educators, we are looking forward to you guys going back to work. We mean that in the nicest possible way, of course. Now, at this point, this started off something really small when the ship was launched, right? Really small. It took about 15 minutes. We said thank you, thank you, thank you. And then it started growing into this amazing, it's almost like a spiritual thing for me. I had a whole bunch of men from the army come up to me once and say, look, could you do me a favour? We'd very much like if you play a song for us. And I said, I would love to do that. That's great. I've got the song, no problem. When they told me the title of the song, I burst into tears because it was my grandmother's favourite song. She'd make my brother, sister and myself sing it to her in a 3-part harmony. She'd pay us 50 cents every time, so we made pocket money. But it was my late father's favourite song. He used to say there was no song written quite like it to best describe a country and its people. You know the words of this song as well. So ladies and gentlemen, God bless our troops, God bless our veterans, God bless our heroes, and God bless the USA. If this Aussie knows the words, you know the words as well. Sing nice and loud for me.
If tomorrow things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
All right, let's do a final roll call. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Let's hear it for US Army!
From the lakes of Desperate to the hills of Tennessee, from the seas of Detroit down to Houston, and New York to London. There's pride in living in Hollywood. It's time
you all so much. It's an absolute honour to be able to do this every cruise and to cruise with such amazing humans. Thank you. Oh, sorry, one sec. Sorry, I just got a text message in. Alright. Okay, so if I can get everybody that's standing up right now to make your way over the far side of the world, the recruiters are here and they have their next orders.